I am so freaking stupid. Because of the low lighting and such, I completely missed the fact that this was right here. There it is, the last lever I needed to pull. Well, either way though, let's get back on track with this stuff. And light the torches. Lighting up the torches and whatnot. The torches! You've got to light the torches! Okay, no. Let's see it. There we go. And thank goodness that stayed lit. Okay. And it would appear I'll have to do some of the stuff I did before all over again. That's fine. Let's see here. Yeah, this should... Yeah. Doesn't seem like I have to do too much more. Okay, let's see here. Okay, jump on the chain. And climb up it. Did I, Okay. Wait, hold the phone here. Okay. Well, I don't have to do too much more than I thought I did. But, yeah. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't kill me. It did. That's okay, I still remember how to do all that stuff. I can just sorta freaking do it again. In the meantime, there is a story that I remembered that I'd like to tell you all here in the meantime while I'm doing this. Basically, this is one of the few weird things that has ever happened to me in a public place. Now, as I'm sure I have probably stated at least once before, maybe on this show, like I'm a religious person. Or at least I consider myself to be. Basically, I'm a Catholic, and like one of the things that I do as such is bless my food before I eat it, and basically this story happened a while back, actually. I'm talking like several months ago. And I know it took place several months ago because it happened in a McDonald's, and I haven't eaten at a McDonald's per se and for like half a year, I think, at least. And it's crazy, I know, but see, but yeah, I was eating food at McDonald's. And I was just sitting there, and of course, and I know, and the McDonald's I went to was like one where there was like, very few customers in there. Like, usually when I went in there, it was it wasn't really super crowded or anything. But I would meet, I would see the occasional characters and whatnot. Like, I remember one time, this is unrelated, by the way, but one time I went there and saw a couple of, like, what seemed to be Buddhist monks. I don't know, they were part of that one Eastern religion, and I think it's Buddhism or something. I'm sorry if I get it wrong, but it's that one Eastern religion where they all shave their heads and wear orange sashes and stuff. And I think that's Buddhism. But anyways, that's unrelated. Hey, so this time in particular at the McDonald's, of course, there wasn't really that much going on. Just a family with a couple of really young kids, and the parents were getting the food while the kids just sort of hung around at the seats. And, yeah. And the seats were, like, right in the center of the restaurant. And so basically, no matter where I sit, I would at least be in, like, viewing distance of these kids. It's, like, unless I went out of my way to go off to, like, the seats leading to the bathroom, obviously, but either way, though, I'm just sitting there, and I bless my food, thanking God for the fast food and such. And as I finish doing all of that, as I finish the process, it's kind of a simple process, really. It's not too complicated, but as I finished up, I looked over, and one of the little kids, like, he's saying gibberish, but he's, like, pointing at me with, like, this expression of, like, I don't know, confusion, I would call it, or something. He was obviously not happy with something. And he was either weirded out or, like, being a bit, like, accusatory or something. But yeah, I just look over, and the kid's, like, pointing at me, saying stuff in, like, baby talk, with, like, this expression and on his face of what are you doing? Or something. And it was just weird. The parents didn't really seem to say anything, and I didn't say anything about it, nothing basically happened after that, but I was just kind of weirded out by this kid apparently taking issue with me openly practicing my religion. I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, does this kid have a problem with me blessing my food over here? 'Cause kind of seems like he might have a problem with me blessing my food. I mean, he shouldn't, I'm a firm believer in to each his own, So honestly, I wouldn't care, really, too much if the kid had a problem with me, but it was just kind of weird that this kid that can't even talk yet was taking issue with me and my religion, from the looks of things. Or maybe not, I don't know. He just had sort of a taking issue kind of expression on his face. It's kind of hard to describe without like, actually, like, showing my face or something, but it was just, I don't know, it was a weird occurrence. But you know what, now that I've experienced a bit more at McDonald's, and I can safely say that is not the weirdest thing to have ever happened to me at a fast food restaurant. Probably the weirdest is still, like I said, seeing those guys at McDonald's who are like Buddhist monks. And I guess that's only really weird because I don't know if they're more common in other parts of the country, but I just found it weird because I had never seen Buddhist monks before, just in person like that. And I'm like, huh, they really do dress like that. neat. I don't know, it was just... It was an I didn't say anything to the guys, I just sort of observed it, and I'm like, well, that is interesting. Like I said, to each his own, you know. Okay, come on, Yorda. Okay, come on. I have a gun. Okay, come on. Alright. Alright, so yeah, now that we've lit up the door, I guess, we can, like, traverse further. Or escape, I guess. As if it's gonna be that easy. You know, I remember playing through this game, I'm like, are we allowed to leave? It might have just been the fact that I read a plot synopsis of the game that tipped me off to what's going on. But yeah, looking back, it would kind of be anticlimactic if we had like the Shadow Queen stuff going on, and then we're just allowed to leave like this. I realize I'm getting ahead of myself, but yeah. Whoa! Okay! It's channeling her energy to open the largest door available. She has bleached hair. What do you think? Yeah, see, she agrees. I think. Again, her subtitles aren't in English, so I can't read them. So, yeah, I don't know what to make of what she just said. So yeah, apparently having her energy siphoned like that turned her hair white. I like the gray haircut better. Now, the white hair just kind of looks weird on her, you know? Sorry to say, but it kind of looks weird to me. But whatever. Maybe it's like a Gandalf situation where part of her died and came back. That'd be some... Yeah, the final boss is a Balrog. And Yorda sacrifices herself as the bridge ahead collapses. But yeah, I'm trying not to go too fast with her, because if you go too fast, she trips over, and that's just gonna be a whole thing. Besides, there's no enemies. There's no rush. What else could go wrong now that we're almost there? Not very much, I reckon. Who says reckon anymore, by the way? I don't know, it just comes off to me as like something that only old cowboys said. And that no one else says today, and... Was she, like, tethered to this place? The plot really doesn't want her to leave, does it? Yeah. I already spoiled it, but yeah, I already spoiled it a bit, but yeah, it's not that easy. I will admit, my first time playing this, I accidentally got myself, like, stuck cat on the bridge and ended up dying because I wasn't sure if there was a way through without Yorda. I thought maybe it's one of those cinematic things where it's like, you won the game, but now you have to still play as you watch it's your friend being dragged away from you because she can never leave this place. Uh-oh. That was a freaking Shadow Queen. She's like, save yourself, or something, I don't know. Again, can't read the subtitles, so I don't know what she's saying. You know what would be an awesome unlockable for this? It's like, if you play during a second playthrough, it gives you a translation of what Yorda is actually saying. Kind of like how I hear the Final Fantasy X games were. Like, they have this whole other language, and, like, if you play through a second time, it translates all the words. Though I've heard it didn't exactly do that good. That wasn't exactly a cool thing in Final Fantasy X, but then again, I've heard Final Fantasy X is sort of a like it or you don't kind of situation. I've never played it, and I don't really have much desire to be honest. Okay, let's see. And, okay, there we go. So yeah, now we're on our own. We are on our own. And I have no idea. Yeah. What's, how long the video's gone on. Because, yeah, there was a last, because when we opened up that huge door of the castle, we pretty much spent the last of our freaking save couches. I don't think there are any more from this point on. Kind of a shame, really. Kind of a shame. But, there's not much more to the ending. There's just, like, this one big gauntlet left. So who knows, maybe I'll get it all done in a single video. If not, I'll just have to split this video up into 2 parts. Part of it now, and part of it later. Okay. You know what game did... you know what game was rather interesting with the whole second playthrough gets you a translation of all of the foreign dialogue was Wind Waker, where like the second quest that you unlock after beating the game once has a few differences in it. Mostly with character models, but then you have things like in the second quest, all the Hylian text gets replaced with, like, English text. That they just simply act like it's ancient Hylian. I don't know, it's kind of weird that way. The second quest, for those of you that aren't aware of the second quest, or basically, I was gonna say the second quest in Wind Waker is the one where after you've beaten the game once, you gain access to Link in his, like, being able to go around in his blue pajamas from the beginning of the game. And they explain it in the game by saying that you get the hero's new clothes, which are pretty much invisible. So, yeah, they're made of a special invisible fabric that only certain people can see. It's basically giving you a pile of just thin air and calling it clothes. And I just checked the time. Probably gonna end this episode, but start up the next one, recording for the next one completely after. Well, actually not completely after, just shortly after. I could probably do that. I mean, it's certainly possible. Okay. This wouldn't work in real life, maybe, I don't know. I've just heard a lot of people debunk the fact that in most video games you land in water, or you're fine. Like, not just games, but movies and TV too, that people, like, that it's usually portrayed like, oh, I landed in water, so that completely negates all of the momentum which would have killed me from fall damage. In reality, falling from too high of a height into water would pretty much be falling from too high of a height into concrete. Again, I'm probably not the only one to have said such a thing, but, you know, it's true. And I find that factoid kind of interesting. Well, it's a fact. I wouldn't say it's a factoid, because, I don't know. The word factoid just makes it sound like it's only half true or something. And we drop. Okay. Now this is kind of hard to see, again, because, you know, recording in daytime, and there's low light in this area. I'm probably just gonna, like, I don't know, start the next episode after this one. And this episode has gone on long enough, so, yeah. So, I guess I'll just start with my sign-off right here. You know, fix it and anything. Either way, if you like this video, then please leave your comments and feedback in the comment section below. That would be really great. Also, if you could, suggest ways I can improve myself and how I do this, and how I do my Let's Play videos and whatnot. And also, please tell your friends about me. Spread the word of Wingcap, the app and stuff. And yeah, and then, and also, it might help if you like or dislike the video as well. Sometimes that can be just as good as a comment. And then I've been told those help me quite a bit if I get more and more of them. Also, keep up to date with my stuff here on YouTube. And also check out the links to my social media pages on my channel. And whoa! Okay. Whew, almost fell there. And yeah. Until next time, stay cappy, my friends. Stay cappy.